out rather, it's a little easier. I'll just move him from here.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about pushing him back in seconds as he pushes up. Now I've got him over there, and I've moved him off. He's not all over my back, so he's a little further off, which is not a bad thing. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here by his hip. Hopefully to kind of push on him and get his front end to come over here a little bit. There we go, just like that. That's just a setup. See, everything, you know, is safety, but then it's also the logic or the mentality of the horse is saying, I'm yielding or I'm not yielding. So that's why I kind of want him to give something right in there. So as I come to him, I'm just going to set him up, push him over there. I can go over the top, but, you know, coming under the throat's better here. So now I have a hold of him. And he comes in right there with a push. So before it's an issue, I'm going to address him. Same thing, push you over there. Okay too. I can come in there a little bit slower, as he's kind of saying, "Hey, I want to be a bit of a jerk on that." You know, kind of put my head around and kind of, you can kind of see his eye and everything. Not so much his ears, but it's kind of like, you know, a bit of like, I don't have to tolerate this too much. There we go. So he's kind of saying, "Hey, I want to kind of move my ears over there," but then I've got him by his head here. Rub on his ear. So everything about him right now, the ringing of the tail, the leaning of the head out, is kind of like, I will tolerate this, but I'm looking for an opportunity to either push on you, bite you, maybe even hit you with the front foot, you know, because I'm just tolerating you. So his mentality isn't yielding so much. So what I'm going to do, even before, is I'm going to go ahead and move him around here a little bit. The reason why I want to drive him, I want to be careful when he gets in a corner that he doesn't jam up there. But I'm going to drive him and say, hey, you have to go where I send you. So I'm always picking the direction, saying go over there. When he comes out, I'm going to bring him back this way just so he doesn't bang into the metal. See his eye change? He's got kind of that sullen look of kind of like, I'll put up with you. I'm going to drive him a little bit. I'm going to back off in there so he doesn't hit his shoulder on the corner. Again, I'm going to pick direction. Move him there. Back here. I don't want to turn in. I want to turn out. So, right there, I want to turn in this time. Bring back here. We didn't complete that turn. I backed off. Good. So you can see in the eye a little bit different pose, a little bit different, hey, what's going on? The lick, all that stuff is a little bit more yielding, a little bit more, I'm looking for what you want, not so much, you know, I'm not tolerating you anymore. It's like, whoa, you know, you mean a little bit of business here. Whatever it is you want, I'm going to try and do. So that's a big thing with these nice, friendly horses, is they kind of, you know, start to get like fat, spoiled kids. They're just kind of, anytime you ask them to do something, it's like, why? You know, I don't want to. And you can get them to do it, but that's probably the difference, is don't look at the task, look at the way it's executed. So like even just initially catching him, I don't want to just walk up to him.
Wouldn't you want him to walk up to you?
Yeah, once he's kind of got it figured out,
like
that
now?
I'm the one pushing him around. You know, you can see, and I don't know if you can see it on the video quite as much, but you can see the eyes changed a bunch. You know, it's more kind of, what do you want? So it's kind of the expression of, okay, what are you doing? It's a little bit more yielding, a little bit more, okay, I'm willing to try, more compliant, if you will, as opposed to the sullen kid who says, you know, say sorry to your brother, sorry. You know, well, he said the words, but he didn't, you know, the heart wasn't very contrite. So when I go to halter him again, even though he has a little reaction there, and kind of a little touchy about the back of his head, which I'll kind of come in here and fiddle with even before, I just want to drop him. A little touchy about that, so I'll just kind of slow there for a moment. that's one of those things. There's probably a little bit more. You see kind of the head and everything's just kind of there. That's kind of a precursor to a big move, where they just kind of zone out a little bit. So all I'll do is just get his rump to move over. I'll go slip that on there. Ask for help. I'm always going to keep a hand up here because when he's kind of slinging that head, you know, getting ready, you can look the way he's holding it. He's tolerating. So what's going to happen is I accidentally hook his ear with the end of my finger or the rope or something, and, you know, he's going to just nail me. And the reason is just, part of it is just getting him kind of in that mindset of just yielding. Part of it maybe he's anticipating me twisting his ear or something. I don't know. But
He's not like that all the time, is he?
no. But see, you have to take it. It's like the kid who always got in trouble in school. Why do you always get in trouble? Because 9 times out of 10 he was doing something he wasn't supposed to. So the teacher walks in and something's going on. It's like, clearly it's Johnny's fault. Why? Because normally it is. So when he's kind of saying, I'm going to nip, bite, strike, all that jazz, and then he says, oh, I'm just going to kind of sit over here with my head, swing that around, it's like then we'll take that a little more seriously. Because it's not like, you know, crime and passion, you did it the one time, not a big deal. It's kind of, it's a little bit of a repeat offender in that. So what I'll look at here is moving the hind end over a bunch. Because the issue with the ears, because I'm not going to whack on him or twist his ears or anything else, is, I don't know that that's been done, even before, I'm going to say, hey, give that hind end, yield. And then once you've yielded pretty good, I don't want to back up, so I'm going to get him going forward. Our relationship's based on how well he yields. If he doesn't yield very good, then we don't have much of a relationship. So, good. I don't come in and ask for the ears again. Good. Good. So, really want to point out, see the heads like that? It's just like a wound up fist. So
yeah, because outside of the stall, he's not like that when you use him, right?
I don't think the stall change would have much to do with it.
He seems to always like to have his head rubbed.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like spending the night in a hotel versus in your own bed. You know, if your personality, if like all of a sudden you're just really irritated, you know, just this, you're normally this really nice person, now all of a sudden you're not, or you're a really mean person, now all of a sudden you are. It's like you're sleeping in the hotel chain. It's like, no, most of the time it's just like crises. People are what they are. It's just a situation brings it out. No one's going over the top of me. What concerns me about like the ears is it's totally fine. We talked about this where a horse will have, you know, they'll just have a bad day. You know, wake up on the wrong side of the bed. They didn't, you know, they're just a little cranky about things. So when they are, no big deal. You know, some of that stuff we don't worry about. What I don't like is the whole thing of his mouth works when you touch it. Normally he's pretty good.
Yeah, but today, yeah, definitely will say his mouth was getting pretty pissy at you.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of like chumming the waters with a great white around. You know, he's kind of like there's a lot of teeth going on. Stick something out there. Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. There you go.
Yeah, there he tolerates.
He's tolerating. He usually drops his head when you do that.
Yeah. So see how the mouth, the lips curl, the teeth are barred, ready to go into action. So the issue isn't about necessarily the ears. You can also see the eye, kind of that zoned out look. That's what I don't like. I don't like a horse to get that zoned out look. Good, there's a big rock. So part of it's just kind of hanging in there. I like a little bit of, I like to see a little wrinkle. You know, I don't like to see, I'm tolerating, and I'm going to clock you with my head in just a minute. That's kind of what he looks at. big thing about that is always, like the palm of my hand is resting on the left side of his pole, so that when he does swing, same thing with my left hand, is here by his cheek, so when he throws his head, which I anticipate he will, the goal is I still want to hang in there and I want to avoid that, but I want to make sure I have some I've got my guard up, so when he does it, he doesn't toe clock me in the face. The other thing is you know, I want to be gone before he has a big reaction. So, good, there we go. Okay, that's a little better. See how his head's a little straighter? I like to see him lick. I'm going to keep moving my fingers there. I'm just going to try and slide my hand back a little bit further. I don't want to remove it totally because I might bump him in the air and then he'll flip his head, so I'm just slide it back. See the eye? See the wrinkle above the eye? That's a little bit more of I'm thinking, I'm wondering, I'm wanting to do the right thing. Licking's great, as opposed to, you know, kind of the zoned out look of, you know, I'm here, but that's only because I can't be anywhere else. Same thing, I'm coming there. A little better reaction that time. Kind of swung his head a little bit. You notice the wrinkle's gone from above the eye. Keep my left hand right in here and just kind of trying to love on it. So be accepting of that love. I don't want to go too far to the outside ear, the off ear, which is the right ear, because then it will direct everything into my face. So I'll kind of love on him a little bit here. Again, the palm of my hand, the heel of my hand is going to be really resting into that pole, so when he's kind of off his game a little bit here, I can just kind of, I'm going to, you know, Lord willing, get moved out of the way. There's a lot of bone there. I don't want to get hit in the jaw with that. Good. And I'm going to go for that lick again. A little bit of a wrinkle above the eye.
Looks like you're putting him to sleep. It does look like he's falling asleep though.
A little bit. Yeah, you know, but the thing is kind of...
His lips are moving though, like he's relaxed. I'm not licking yet.
Yeah, a little more relaxed. Just kind of wait on him, maybe back that off my right hand a little bit. Pressure here with my left hand, slide my right hand back. Put a little pressure here with my right hand towards my left. Ease up on my right. So I like that his head stayed low. That's a good thing. I'd like to see a little bit of licking. So his lips are kind of moving around. Just slide my hand back up there. There we go. There's the guys. Again, I'm going to try and keep that hand in there, keep my face out of the way. So he's putting his head, I'm going to lean forward here to see if I can get a lick out of him. If I don't, that's okay. The reason why I want to lick, I always want to see the physical manifestations of actually yielding. So I always want to see that when I go to drive you off, you drive off. When I fiddle with something you don't like your ear, I want to see, I want to see those where he comes and breaks down a little bit. You know, he's real quick to curl those lips and look for a snack made out of my hand. That's good there. Um, he's plenty quick about that, but I want him to be quick about, hey, you know, yeah, that makes sense. I'm licking. I'm on board. Most of the time, as we get older horses, or a horse that's a little bit more mature, and you know, doesn't have the issues of biting and stuff. I'm not overly looking for that, because it's kind of like in the military. You don't sit there and yell at everybody all the time and make them do stupid things like, you know, go get your right shoe, put it on. Now go put it away and bring your left shoe, put it on. Put your socks on, take your socks off. You don't do that. You know, after basic. And the reason is we don't have to make sure that you're in a yielding position anymore. You're yielding, you're submissive, you're following the pecking order or rank and such. You know, you're on board.